I would probably put all the women on Raw and move the Cruiserweight division to SmackDown, just because, unlike Vince McMahon in creative, I know how to read a crowd.
And so basically, yeah, what we're going to do is that we're going to just, do one draft pick each for, each quote-unquote round, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Basically it all works out the same way. You can pick a tag team as a cohesive unit, or you can just pick one individual person, and the other person would have the chance to steal the other person. I mean, I swear to God, if you pick Zack Ryder and I'm stuck with Mojo freaking Rawley, I will kill you.
If I might draft Mojo Rawley just to fire.
and that's the other thing, is that we actually have a list of all the people here that are on the roster, and I picked this up from Wikipedia, so if I missed somebody very important, I do apologize. But I'm basically taking what they have for Raw and SmackDown according to Wikipedia, and we're going to basically just draft them by that. But when this is all said and done, there's actually going to be also two more things that we can do with this. We have one free agent draft pick. We can pick a group, we can pick a certain superstar, we can pick something along the lines of that. And the second thing that we can do after this is all said and done is we have the power to fire somebody. It could be anybody on the... I see you just rubbing your hands together. I think you already know who you're
options. Mojo Rawley.
But,
sorry, something in my throat.
But just remember, you only have the option to pick one, so you can't fire both R-Truth and Mojo Rawley. So, all right, so... Now, how we plan on doing this is obviously, one brand gets one deal. We're not doing like the whole Raw thing where it's like what they did with the draft, where it's like, oh, this person gets 3 and this person gets 2. No. It's basically back in 2002 where it's just basically, you get this one, boom, back and forth, kind of that deal. I was about to say, do you have like a coin or something here that we can probably use to determine?
Should.
So that way it's like a fair deal where we, don't say like, oh, since Raw is better, we'll just have that go first, It's just one of those things. We want to be fair here. I mean, if SmackDown goes first, then I'm totally okay with that.
All right, that's it. Going into the monstrous abyss that is my
So while Max is doing his deal looking for a coin, of course, you guys, so much going on for the upcoming weeks. Especially Tuesday. Oh, man, I made the announcement on Facebook that I have an interview with the real Brock Hall coming up. So that's going to be very good.
That'll be nice.
So, guys, if you have any questions, be sure to leave it on my Facebook account or put it in Elite Ringside Network on the Facebook fan page or on the group page. Let us know some questions that you'd like for me to ask Brock Hall. I mean, so far I've had the chance to interview Nathan Gust, T-Dub 3, Logan Lynch. It is awesome. It's all going to culminate next week, the week of the ACW show on June 2nd, where I will get the chance to interview the monster from the Midwest, Sadist. That is going to be... I am actually kind of scared. I'm thinking that, the moment I either talk to this man or the moment I see this guy, I will probably thinking, I will be right back. I have to change my pants.
I'm going to die.
It's not one of those things where, like, where Spencer Hart does, like, the whole kind of deal. No, it's more of, like...
More of a, oh, God.
It's like, oh, God.
I'm going to die.
I just peed myself. I need to go change. And then I'll come back. I have to change again. Like, at least five pairs of pants are soiled, so now it's finally like, okay, I think I'm ready. And then after, I have to leave and change.
Speaking of ready, a special coin for a special occasion. Ooh, $1 coin.
Ooh, lovely.
Heads or tails, man?
I'll do tails.
Tails.
All right, so, well, and this is one of those things where obviously you can't see it, but yes, we did do a fair, coin flip deal. So, all right, I guess I'm going to roll. And I even have a list of who I want on my roster. Basically, I think it's like first 20, then everything else is just kind of like, we'll see what happens.
Alrighty.
All right, so my first draft pick for Monday Night Raw is the man who is a former champion in his own right, and that being the man who built SmackDown by himself, basically, that being the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Solid pick.
And I got to make sure that I put it on our list that, he's already been picked. So AJ Styles has been selected for Monday Night Raw.
All right, I've already got my first pick for SmackDown ready to go.
I'm guessing it is not going to be Mojo Rawley.
No, I would pick Cancer over Mojo Rawley.
I don't know if we have that guy on here yet.
No, my first pick.
Oh, Darren Young. Close enough.
Oh, that was mean. That's brutal. No, but
Can we just do Bob Backlund versus Darren Young? I mean Bob Backlund.
I'm gonna take The Miz.
You're gonna take the wow.
Hey, one of us is gonna wind up with the King of Strong style. I want the King of Safe style.
Well, fair enough. And also, of course, Maurice is also included because she is technically a manager. So that works out perfectly. All right, draft pick number 2. Nobody's going to like this pick. I'm just not going to lie. I think you already have it figured out. My next draft pick is going to be Roman Reigns. Hey, I will say this, that now that I have AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, for a fact they are going to have another great matchup on there.
Yeah.
It's eventually going to happen. Is it going to happen right away? Fuck no. That would just make me, lose a lot of ratings. You got to build up to that in the right way. And the build up to, Styles versus Roman Reigns is just awesome. Just as long as we don't include the club news, so let them fight by themselves, damn it. Yeah. If I have to throw a steel cage in there, I will do it.
Yeah. Plus, with Roman Reigns, the issue's always been how he's been used since the Shield breakup. Remember the year he won the Royal Rumble, how much people hated that? The year before, everybody wanted him to win. He's the exclamation point. You gotta just know how to use him.
Exactly.
But,
all right, Mr. AJ, Mr. Jensen, oh wow, I am out of it. Shout out to my co-host AJ. Let's just do that right now.
We're just gonna count that as a shout out.
Yes. Mr. Max?
Well, I picked someone. Miz was my first pick, and I picked him a little. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big Miz fan, but I've always thought he's more of a talker than he is a wrestler. So let's pick more of a wrestler than a talker.
I will admit the Miz was really lower down on my list. So
my second pick is Cesaro.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh man. Although to be fair, he was again at the bottom with him and Sheamus. I was going to pick them as a tag team, but you blew that up in my face. God damn it! Oh,
I am the ruiner of plans.
Yes. Although this next draft pick is probably going to piss you off. So, my next pick is the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, that doesn't actually make me angry at all, because I know exactly who my next one is.
I swear to God, if you pick who I think you're going to...
Braun!
Oh, wow. You love the Braun.
I do love the Strowman.
Ever since he had, from his, opening phrase of, say please, to him overturning an ambulance.
The say please was just, oh my God, he does have a personality. Well, if only he would just do something really cool. I'm not done with you yet! Flips an ambulance. Lord, we thank you for this gift you've chosen to give us. Patron saint of ass beatings, Braun Strowman.
Oh my!
Give me a Saint Braun medal.
Oh my God, that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, on to we're already up to our 4th draft pick. This is going by a lot faster than when we did this kind of draft. What was that? At least it was about a year ago. Yeah, because I remember this. That was also the night that you trounced Spencer in the trivia deal, and I still remember you just being like, "Are you freaking serious?" That you just pick an answer out of your ass and be like, oh, "Fuck it, I don't know if this is the right answer, but go ahead."
And then it was. Whatever. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's by luck or skill. I still won.
Right. All right. So draft pick number 4 from Monday Night Raw. I'm going with the longest reigning NXT champion, the first Universal champion, Mr. Finn Balor.
All right.
And possibly, you guys, the fantasy match that everybody wants to see, and that being Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. Yes, please and thank you. I will go change my pants now.
Now, I forget, when we do tag teams, we can draft them as a team?
Correct.
All right. The Revival.
So, man.
Real hard. No flips, just fists.
That is a good pick. I will not lie. That was a very, very good
tag
pick.
team in the world right now. Hey, what about the Young Bucks? If I wanted to get the experience of watching 1,000 super kicks in a row, I'd take some NyQuil.
Oh man, that is. You're gonna most likely hate me then later. Okay. So. We're at draft pick number 5. Mm-hmm. We did mention that we were going to have the 2 divisions separated. I'm going to just pick one of them.
Let's hear it.
And the division that I have picked, sticking with the classic, I'm going with the women's division. So that means regardless of the outcome of everything else, Max Beatty will indeed get the the cruiserweight division. For the love of God, please have a no loud noises match between Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander. That would just be amazing. For those of you that don't know, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I will probably more likely post this up again. This is one of the greatest matches that I've seen. It was between, I think it was ACH and Cedric Alexander. They did like a no loud noises match where they basically had the crowd quiet down, and there were just a bunch of no loud noises throughout the match. It was just beautiful. I mean, there's a point there where the crowd even shushes Cedric Alexander for talking too loud, and Cedric's just like, sorry. It's just amazing. It's entertaining, but at the same time, these two just were amazing together. Oh,
there's a reason why that one NXT crowd chanted, please sign Cedric.
Yes, I do agree. All right, so you are at number 5, Mr. Max Beatty.
All right. Number 5 is going to have to be Go Back to Ring of Honor, Baron Corbin.
Very nice, very nice. I can't blame you for that. I mean, especially nowadays, Baron Corbin is still finding a way to get over. He's probably the one guy who won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal who has actually still been relevant for a while.
Which, I don't care if any of them wind up becoming irrelevant later on down the line. I still am a big fan of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but at the same time, it's nice that someone who's won it is doing things in the company still.
Right. All right, so next draft pick for me, a former tag team champion and a former world champion in his own right, the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got the itty. Oh my God, that line of the kid that says he's got the itty bitty baby in his head. It's like if Bray Wyatt said that, it's kind of creepy. But when a little kid says it, it just gets that tingle where it's like, oh God, please make it stop. Please make it stop for the love of God.
Something out of a horror movie. Again.
Right. All right, who you got next, Max?
Well, next, this is where I got to actually start thinking a little bit. Next,
He's literally looking at the roster list that I have here. And
you know what? I'm going to throw you for a little bit of a loop. They've often said this guy was the ideal wrestling superstar. Randy Orton.
Wow. All right. That actually is he on the list? Oh my gosh, he didn't even make the list. Randy Orton. Randy Orton, Mr. Dive. This is a little thing. Dive. This is the thing. Because did you hear that whole tweet thing? Oh my gosh, that was... I read the whole thing and I'm just like, wow. So you just spat in the face of so many independent wrestlers. Way to go, Randy. And there's so many people like, oh, that's right, that's right. It's like, shut up. Independent wrestling is where everybody got their start. Coming from... actually, AJ said it best, coming from a guy who barely even made it in independent wrestling. So, whatever, man. I mean, yes, he was an OVW, but that was also a developmental deal, so it doesn't really work out that well.
So your next pick, good sir?
My next pick, yes, I was so thankful that you did not pick these guys.
Ah!
The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, and I will say this, that there's a good chance that I will probably be bringing back something broken, obsolete, delete, Spencer Hart.
Time for a terrible joke. You can have the Hardys. I prefer Carl's Jr. Anyway.
That was good. I will admit that was good.
Next up, I gotta go with one of my boys. Gotta go with Sami Zayn.
That's a good pick. That is a very good pick.
Also, a match I really personally want to see would be probably Orton versus Zayn.
I think a lot of us would at this point.
That would just be really... I mean, I think that one would just be great. I think that would actually be a match that if they decided to have, multiple encounters, like, say, they have a little rivalry going, like, that would be one where I would let Randy bust out the skull punt again.
Very fair, very fair. All right, next up here, I'm going to go with the guy who is so overly underappreciated, so underrated, and a guy who definitely deserves his spot here on the Monday Night Raw team. I am going with Luke Harper.
Ooh, nice pick. Nice pick.
Bada boom. Harper's in the room.
All right, my next pick.
I can't say how you doing. I can't even do like his little like thing that he does, like the Wookiee cry or whatever it's called. I don't know what he does.
I think though my next pick, I'm gonna go with another tag team.
Oh no.
All I gotta say is New Day rocks!